So you want to become a Java developer? You reached the right video. Let me explain. This video was brought to you by DigiLink Academy, your #1 source to learning programming fast and get to that 6-figure salary you desire. Our 30-day project course includes our JavaScript front-end projects, our Python back-end projects, our SQL database projects, and much, much more. So go ahead and click the link below to our free 7-step guide so that you can start reaching your programming goals today. I'll see you guys in the course. All right, guys, let's jump right into Java and get straight to the point where you need to be at. So first of all, right choice to pick Java. A lot of in-demand programming language backed by Google, a lot of market share, enterprise language. Good choice. You are good there. But I want to cover some details, some potential gotchas that's going to really set you back if you handle it wrong, even when it comes to Java. And you guys got to understand there's ways, a good way to go about doing things and a bad way. I want to cover those in details. But before I get started, guys, do me a favor. Tell me about your journey. How have you been learning Java? What's your struggles? Just give me a little bit more detail about your current situation with Java. Go ahead and put that in the comment section, guys. Let's start a conversation so that we can really understand what your perspective is and give you more precise advice about learning Java and really advance your journey as a Java developer. So the faster way is to become more efficient at building real world projects. Yes, and I said it right, real world projects. And I'm gonna go over some of those projects that's gonna help you guys get an advantage and kind of go from there. But before we get started, guys, really want to set the table so that you can understand why I give you these specifically. And I'm gonna make a couple of assumptions here. First of all, I'm gonna assume that, hey, you've already dabbled in other programming languages and you picked Java because that's the path to go. If not, you probably need to make sure you research the right programming language. But just to save you time, Java is one of the premier programming languages, so you're good there. This is more just for understanding the landscape of different options. And if an employer may ask you about another programming language, you are at least at the very minimum aware of it and can determine or tell more details about why you picked Java and your experience with Java. Secondly, I'm assuming that you at least know the fundamentals of programming. If you're coming to this brand new and this is the first Java video that you are watching, you probably need to look at more finer tutorials about learning the fundamentals, all that stuff to kind of get started. If you have those two, you can become a Java developer pretty fast, and I'm gonna give you the pros and cons and how to get there, and then we can go from there. So first of all, guys, your resume, your ability to showcase your value, and where you're at is really gonna dictate how fast you get a job. If you're in Boontalk, Arkansas, that don't have any tech companies around and you're expecting to get a remote job with zero experience, that's gonna be a tough sell. Unless you at least make sure your resume good and you're a good interview. Not to say it's impossible, but again, I always say if you got two exact employees, exact resumes, everything there, and the only difference is one is remote and one in that same city that you are located in, the one in the same city is probably going to get that job 9 out of the 10 times. So you want to give yourself all the advantages that you can to actually break into being a Java developer. That being said, guys, assume that you're in a good city, tertiary city, somewhere with 200,000 people at least. You're gonna be good. I would prefer more in that 600,000 range. Good size city, got a lot of good companies. That way you can kind of get started. Once you pick a good location, now it's just a matter of presenting yourself in a way that people are going to take you serious. So know that, hey, you can be an asset to our company. That being said, you already asked if you learned the fundamentals, which you got those, and now we got to get your projects together. Your projects is actually what's going to make you the difference in all this, guys. And the way you present it, you don't even necessarily have to be the best at what you do. You can actually even ask them, hey, what are you looking for as a developer? And then kind of start your conversation based off of that once you kind of do the introductions and all of that during the interview. But at the end of the day, guys, all companies got certain components that they use to actually facilitate business. They're gonna have a CRM site. They're gonna have using an accounting system. They're gonna have some supporting infrastructure, and then they're gonna have an identity server. Identity server is actually what you log into to get access to their systems. Some of them built into the application, some of them third party. Regardless of what they have, these are some of the components that you can leverage up front without knowing a lot about the company to be able to help with Java on this stuff, guys. And we haven't even got into the mobile, the Android related stuff, Google, any of that stuff. I'm just giving you this from a base bank, general business, something that the typical business would have, and then you can go from there. All the mobile apps and all the other good projects, we talk about those in our 7-step guide. So go ahead and check that out, and we can help you there. So at the end of the day, we got to get your projects together, guys. The projects is actually what's going to help. Again, we're not trying to get no enterprise level stuff. We just need to let the employer know that, hey, I know how to navigate, read Java code, and be able to make modifications, make improvements, improve performance, and start there. They may have a slow running application, or they may want to add a field or two to an application. They may want to do some reporting. They want to do some limiting of access as far as just security, enforce a specific workflow throughout the applications. These are all ways you can put on your resume, projects you can put on your resume, so that you can help stand out, guys. I know a lot of you guys may think, hey Rod, you haven't gotten into any of the Java frameworks, any of the technical stuff. We get into that once you have understand what you need to do for that particular company. I don't want you to come in on the front end I don't want you working on something or learning something without knowing that it's going to help contribute to you getting a job as a Java developer. If you don't take anything away from this, you understand that, hey, if I'm going to learn something, it's going to either help me with a current project that this company need, or something I can put on my resume, or it's going to help probably on a future project that you know is coming. Anything outside of that, generally speaking, you're probably wasting a little time after you get out of that initial fundamental stage, because your client don't need that. You lose an opportunity cost and all that good stuff, guys. So just to bring this back home, we can't cover everything in this video, but you can become a Java developer if you have some things in order, guys. And I want to cover that with you in detail. Links are below to my free 7-step guide. Go ahead and sign up for that, guys. We go over all the different projects and details and some of the key components that you guys are missing to become a Java developer. Again, if you haven't already, tell me about your struggle. I wanted to have more of a conversation with you guys so that we can help you out and really put you in a position to win. So at the end of the day, what I need you guys to do, like, subscribe to the content. If you have any additional questions, comment below. And until then, I'm gonna put a link to the 7-step guide on the screen. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.